you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yashita and I make content regarding books. So if you're interested in reading or if you want to get into reading, then this might be the channel for you to subscribe. Alright, let's talk about today's video because I already posted a book recommendation for this season, like the fall season, cozy vibes, everything like that. It was my last video, so you can check it out after you watch this video, because in this video I'll be talking about all of my fall TBR, fall books I'm gonna read, share my reading updates on what I'm currently reading and how I'm liking them, so all of the things. So grab a glass of water because we don't drink coffee here. I'm sorry. Okay, grab a glass of whatever you want and sit back and enjoy watching this video. Obviously, it's not set in stone for me to read all of these books, but I want to read most of them, and that is what we are here for. We are not pressurizing reading in any sense, but a target is good. So let's get started. Book number 1 is A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed. Now this book became very popular last year and I bought it then, but I just kept stalling, and now is finally the time to read this book. It is a gothic fantasy with dark academia vibes, and it also has academic rivals to lovers situation going on, and a not haunted but old abandoned house. So what more vibes do I need? Book number 2 is Blood Like Magic by Liselle Sambury. So this book is about a witch who is given this terrible task of killing a guy she loves for saving her family's magic, and she hasn't found a guy yet. So first thing is for her to find a perfect guy for it and then kill him, which both of these are difficult jobs because finding love is just so hard, and then killing them, but I think I'm gonna enjoy it because it has magical realism, it has family secrets and romance. So what more are we looking for? I have heard people say it is really good, but while I was checking Goodreads reviews of the books I have in my TBR, they were kind of critical, so I don't know. I'm gonna see for myself and not expect too much from these books, but I think this cover is beautiful. And yeah, I opened this book in one of my videos. Next book is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Now this is a classic and I've heard that this is perfect for this time of the year, so I'm really excited to read it. It basically explores the relationship of these two lovers who are from different social classes, and it is tragic. I'm gonna shed some tears, but that's okay. I really like this line in this book. You might have heard of it because it is just so beautiful. So it says, "He's more myself than I am. Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same." This is so beautiful. Oh my god, I can't wait to read this book, and I'm gonna wait for the perfect time that I can cozy up and read a solid classic. It is a floppy book, which I absolutely love, and this cover, it is just so beautiful. Let's talk about our next book, which is Go Hex Yourself by Jessica Clare. It is the first book in the Hex duology, and it is a witchy romantic comedy. The synopsis was quite long and I just can't explain it, so you'll have to check it out yourself, or I can put it up here somewhere. I do know that there is curse breaking to do and mystery to solve in this book. I loved the cover of this book. It is just so cute, and with potions and candles, it just vibes with the atmosphere. So I am really excited to read it. It is another floppy book which I love. So yeah, this was another book that I'm really excited to read. It has a witchy charm and whimsical small town, so I think I'm gonna pick it up when I am in a mood to read a romance book. So this is Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson, and this book is about a PhD student who is studying serial killers, and she believes that her neighbor might be one. So that is twisted. I'm really excited to read it. First of all, the covers of these books are so good. I can't design them. I don't have that creative flow. I just love this art style, and it gives me retro vibes, which I'm not necessarily a vibe aesthetic girly, in the sense that I don't have a type I like, but I still like this cover. So also there is some romance involved, which is always a plus. And you might want to know that this book has some trigger warnings, because our female main character's dad passed away and she is in her childhood home, so there are a lot of memories and baggage since she wasn't close to her father anyways. So that is something you want to be careful for. I'll pop a trigger warnings reference so you can check it out if you want to give this book a shot too. Just be careful, because you know, if a book is not doing you good, then it is not a good book for you. So just be careful. And yeah, let's move on to number 6 is The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels by India Halton, and it is the first book in Dangerous Damsels trilogy. The synopsis of this book is really hard to explain, but it is pretty clear on Goodreads, so I'm gonna pop it up here so you can read, which is very nice and clear. So I think you should definitely read this. And yeah, I read a sample of this before buying this book, which I found was very witty and humorous. The writing style is really nice, so I think I'm gonna like this book. But I don't know when I'm gonna pick this book. It's probably the one that I don't care about reading right now, but I included it just in case. Next is a book, or rather series, which is quite popular, which by quite I mean very popular, and you might have heard of it, or you've read it, or you've watched the movies. It is none other than Chronicles of Narnia by C.L. Lewis, and this is a gorgeous edition I've got for myself. It has all of the books and it has illustrations, which is so cool, and I'm so excited to read this. If you don't know, it's a fantasy series involving children who find this magical land called Narnia, and there is an evil witch who rules this land. So this book has its themes set, which is good versus evil, sacrifices, friendship. So it's a series which you can just comfort binge, and that is what I'm here for. It's quite heavy to hold, so let's keep it down first. As I was saying, the series has a comfort cozy vibe to it. I think it is perfect for winter though, because it is set in winter months. So I think it is good for when season is transitioning from gloomy days to wintry days. So that is when I think I should read this book, or you. One more thing, that there are movies based on this 7-book series. There are 3 movies, but I did watch them, 1 probably 2 or all 3, but I don't remember anything. Like, I remember some scenes, but like nothing as prominent, which I think is good. But I did spoil myself while checking the synopsis of this book series. Like, so this is all of my October TBR. I am being realistic here, so I'm keeping the numbers short. So now that the TBR is out of the way, we are here to chit chat about our reading plans. You can share yours with me as I'm sharing my reading updates, which books I'm reading and how I'm feeling about them. So I was saying that about the TBR, I have other books that I want to read, but I am just fixating a number of my top contenders. So yeah, let's talk about book number 1, which I am reading. I'm reading 2 main books right now, and others are kind of on the side burner, so we're going to talk about the main books. First is Once Upon a Heart by Stephanie Garber. Now, I wanted to read the Caraval series first, trilogy first, but then I don't own it. I did own this one, and it was just a spur of the moment that I decided to read this, give it a shot, because I own it from really long time, and this book is just so floppy. I love a floppy book. I was not a fan of the cover when I was getting it. I was, but then I was like, man, this is nothing. Like, I just enjoy covers that are a thing to look at, because I am gonna pick a book that has a good cover. I just can't not judge a book by its cover. Not judging a book, but like picking a book. More like, you know, choosing a book is by a cover. So yeah, let's just ignore that. If you like it, then this is actually perfect for someone who likes aesthetic and everything. But I am a mix of colors. I am a bubble of colors, so I just love it when it's mixed matched. And yeah, I don't know why I'm dragging this for so long. So as I was saying, I wanted to read Caraval, but I'm gonna read this trilogy now, and which you're gonna see the reviews of each book like separately or in a single video. That's why I didn't talk about it in my TBR video, because I was going to talk about the series anyway. So let's now jump into what this book is about. It's about a girl who is very heartbroken, and she wants the Prince of Hearts to fix a situation in her life, and dealing with these princes is never a good option. Right now I think my thoughts are, I am not too far. I just started it yesterday. I'm not too far. I'm like, I've barely read something, but I do feel this about the writing, that it is unnecessarily flowery. Like, I get that it's beautiful, but I have to pause and think after every line. I hope you understand me, but it's just very flowery, and a lot of the dialogues are so cringy. Like, one of the main characters calls Evangeline, our female main character, pet, which is just so ew. After every line he's like, oh pet, this pet. I don't know where the story is gonna go, so I'm not gonna comment on that. But I think, like, all of the things I mentioned, like the cringy dialogue and writing style, I can deal with if the plot is going somewhere and the storyline I actually enjoy. So those are my only thoughts. I hope I do like it, because so many people do. I know my initial impressions are not good about this book, but I think it can do better, because I'm not too far, so I'm not, judging this book. But I can deal with a little less flirtiness. It's just hard for our brain to process things when it's overly done. So that is what my issue is with this book. I'm gonna post a review of the books in the trilogy, separately or in one single video, so stay tuned for that. All right, let's talk about the second book that I'm reading, which is Offside Play by Liza Lemire. This is the first book in Sin Bin Stories. I'm reading it on KU, and funnily I read the second book first, because I didn't know at that time that it was a series. I just downloaded it and started reading, and then I noticed that there's a book 1. So by the time, there are only 2 books out right now, and I already got an idea of who these couple are going to be by the second book. But still, this book has so much more, obviously, because it is their book, so I am really not bothered. But I do wish that I started with this book, because I think I'm gonna like the couple in this book more. The second book had everything I could want in a romance, but it just didn't hit the spot, and I think I would like this book more. So if I read this one and then the second book, I don't know basically what I'm talking about. But I think it's okay. If I like this one more, then at least I will not have these negative emotions towards the second book, because I ended up finding a 5-star. So I think that's what it's going to be. I didn't tell you guys what this book is about. I'm so sorry. I'm so all over the place. Okay, so this is about a grumpy hockey player. Aren't you just into the story now? So it's about a grumpy hockey player, and he watches this girl's YouTube videos. She's a violinist, and they haven't even met yet. That is so sweet. When they actually meet, she doesn't know he watches her videos, but the grumpy guy falling head over heels for her. We already know that a grumpy guy has a soft spot for one single girl, and she's going to be it. I think I like the female main character so much, and the vibes that the male main character gives, and how shy he is and closed up, and messes things up with her, doesn't know what to say, and everything just so cute to read. And I'm just having so much fun reading this book. And there's also fake dating involved later, so I am just so excited to read it. I love fake dating. I love grumpy sunshine trope, so this book is meant for me. I just hope this doesn't disappoint me, because I've hyped myself so much. But I'm liking it, and you can check this series if you are liking what you are hearing. So this was all I had for you today. In total, it's now 17 books that I have on my TBR for this month and the rest of September, because I'm going out in the last week of September, so I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to read. So it is mostly going to happen in October, which I'm really hopeful about, because I am enjoying the books I'm reading. And when you are in a mood to read and hit that TBR down, so you can do it when you are in that zone. So all of these are books that I genuinely want to read, and all of the books that I'm reading I am enjoying. So this is just going really well for me. I don't want to jinx myself, but I hope that I can stay on track, and I will be uploading a October wrap-up video. Stay tuned to know what I did manage to read and what I did not, because it's, you know, only fair, because I'm a human and I could have things to do. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know which other videos you would like to see from me, and thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for all of the people that are joining this bookish talks community, and day by day it's getting bigger and better, and I am feeling so energized and motivated by you guys' response to my videos. So thank you for watching. I am so grateful for every one of you, and yeah, all right, I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, goodbye.